Hi everyone, my name is Dina-Rosa and I play the clarinet. In today's video we will be talking about the notes on which you play on your clarinet. But in order to do so, we gotta understand the basic music theory of the notes, the treble clef, what they all mean, where do you start. So we're gonna be talking about that, and in the next video we're gonna be learning maybe just a few notes to get you started off with. Okay, so just to get started off, there's something called a clef. So if you see on the music paper, it's on like the side, like on the bar side, and there's like a little squiggle. If you play flute, oboe, clarinet, trumpet, anything that's a bit higher pitched, you will see what's called a treble clef. And then if you play like a bassoon or a tuba, you'll see a bass clef. There are a few other clefs, like viola plays an alto clef, kind of weird. And then sometimes cellos or bassoons, they also play in tenor clef. But the two main clefs that we want to focus on, like if you see a piano music, they play on both because the right hand plays the treble clef and then the left hand plays the bass clef. We don't have to worry about bass clef. Even if you play bass clarinet, we still play in treble clef mostly, so yeah, I hope that helps. Hi, so we have deported down here to my staircase. So we're gonna be using a little analogy that I like to teach my clarinet students. So I like to use stairs when we think about the notes. So there are 7 notes that we want to be aware of. Technically kind of 8, but we repeat the first note and the 8th note. So basically, let's start here. So this is what is called C. And if you want to vision a piano, then that is good. And then we're only going to be talking about the white notes on the piano for right now. So this is C, this is D, E, F, G, A, B, and then we're back at C, but we're just a little bit higher up. And if I had a bit more staircase, I would keep going, but you see here that this is the same note as the C down here, but just an octave higher, because if you think about it, oct, which is like an octopus, or the shape, it means 8, so you have multiple C's. Or if you start on the D, then there's another D 7 notes up. So I hope that helps a little bit. Okay, this is a little part 2. So if you understand the normal notes, so like the white keys on the keyboard with the help of my dog Pepper, we're going to be talking about half steps. So they're literally called half steps, and why not use actual steps? So remember how this was C? So on the way up, they're sharps. So it looks kind of like a hashtag. And then on the way down, they're flats, and it looks like kind of like a low hand or a lowercase b. So if we're on C, imagine there's like another little step here, and that's C sharp. And then we get to D, and then D sharp, and then we get to E. And then here's where it's a bit more confusing. So if you look on the piano, it's like the white notes, and then there's the black keys, but they're not all, like, they're kind of separated. So where were we? E, between E and F, there isn't an E sharp. I don't know why. That's just how it is. So F sharp, or F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B, and there's not a B sharp either. Technically, like, it would just be C, but we don't have a B sharp. It's kind of weird, but anyway, so now we're back at C. So, same with C to B. There isn't really a C flat, so it's just B. So here's B, B flat, A, Pepper. Anyways, I think you get the point. So we're all the way back down here at D, D flat, and then C. That's how I like to visualize it, because they're the normal big steps, which are the whole steps, and then we have half steps, which are in between. And if you just want to imagine like little steps in between, the staircase did something to help. So in the next video, we'll be learning 3 notes. So we'll be learning C, D, and E. So those first 3 steps. We don't need to worry about the half steps for a while. And then I think after that we can learn about like the different lengths of the notes, because there's like quarter notes, 8th notes, half notes, 32nd, 64th notes, triplets. It goes on and on. So and then yeah, just let me know if you want to learn anything else, and I'd be happy to help. Yeah, thanks. Cheers. Bye.